structure of nephron. Mm. Some of the part of structure of nephron remains. ఓకే, అట్లే మిగిలి ఉంది. సో అది ఈరోజు కంప్లీట్ చేస్తాను. స్ట్రక్చర్ ఆఫ్ this is glomerulus. So this is glomerulus. This is Bowman's curve. Bowman's curve. Okay, right. This is a peritubular neck. Peritubular. This is a peritubular neck. Okay. So this red tubule is called peritubular net. Red tubule is called peritubular. This is a total structure of peritubular. Afferent, afferent arteriole, afferent artery. This one is efferent, efferent arteriole, efferent artery. So this total red colored tubule is called peritubular neck. Peritubular neck. So this one is this is loop of Henle. Loop of Henle. Henle. Okay. So this is loop of. This is a descending limb. This is ascending. Okay. Descending limb of Henle. Ascending limb of Henle. Ascending limb of. So this one is ascending limb of Henle. Okay. So right. Okay. This one is a DC. This one is PC. Okay. PC. This one is BCC. This one is collecting debt. Collecting debt. Collecting. This is Vyasa recta. Vyasa recta. Okay. So Vyasa recta. So come to the remaining matter. So, okay, I will start from starting. But this is the glomerulus. Glomerulus plus the Bowman's capsule. Both two are collectively called Malpighian body. Okay, Malpighian body. Okay, the Malpighian. Last class over. Okay, so just to recall, this is glomerulus. Afferent renal arteriole is enters into Bowman's capsule and splits into many blood capillaries. These many blood capillaries are unit with one another. So to form glomerulus, blood capillary. Glomerulus, blood capillary. Glomerulus, blood capillary network. So it is simply called glomerulus. Okay, simply called glomerulus. Okay. From glomerulus, efferent arteriole comes out. From glomerulus, efferent arteriole comes out. Okay. The diameter of efferent arteriole always small, always small than the top diameter of afferent arteriole. Than the top diameter of afferent arteriole. Okay, so the diameter of efferent arteriole less than the top diameter of afferent arteriole. Okay, so right. Next one. This is Bowman's curve. The anterior part of nephron undergoes invaginate to form a cup-like structure. To form a cup-like structure. This cup-like structure is called Bowman's capsule. Okay, so Bowman's capsule. This Bowman's capsule is internally lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. This Bowman's capsule is internally lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. This is most important bit. Okay, so this is most extra information. So simple cuboidal epithelium. So this extra information is not given in your IP as well as NCERT syllabus. Bowman's capsule is internally lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay, simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay. Next, this Bowman's capsule contains two walls. It is outer wall, it is inner wall. On the inner wall, on the inner wall, some special cells are present. some cells are present. These are called podocytes. These are called podocytes. Okay, so these are called podocytes. Okay, on the inner wall of Bowman's capsule, specialized cells are present. These are called podocytes. Podocytes are arranged in intricate manner. Podocytes are arranged in intricate manner. Intricate manner means ఈ విధంగా అల్లుకొని పోవడం. ఈ విధంగా అల్లుకొని పోవడం. Podocytes which are arranged in intricate manner to leave some spaces. To leave some spaces. These are called filtration slides. These are called filtration. Filtration slide. Filtration slide or slide port or slide port. Filtration slide or slide ports. Okay, so filtration slide or slide ports present on the inner layer of Bowman's capsule. Present on the inner layer of Bowman's capsule. Okay, this is most important picture. Okay, right. Next one. Glomerulus blood capillary net. This is the glomerulus blood capillary. Okay, so in the glomerulus blood capillary net, the wall of blood capillaries. In the glomerulus blood capillary net, the wall of blood capillaries made up of endothelium. Wall of blood wall of blood capillary. The wall of blood capillary is made up of endothelium. Okay, so made up of endothelium. Okay, endothelium. The capillary made up of endothelium. Okay, right. In the glomerulus blood capillary net, the wall of blood capillary made up of endothelium. Okay, so endothelium contain numerous pores. These are called fenestration. Okay, endothelium contain numerous pores. Endothelium contain numerous pores. This endothelium contain. So this one blood capillary answer. So this is blood capillary. Okay, so the wall of blood capillary. The wall of blood capillary. So, the wall of blood capillary is made up of endothelium. Okay, so this is endothelium. On the endothelium, minute pores are present. These pores are called fenestration. Okay, so fenestration. Okay, so the wall of blood capillary made up of endothelium. On the endothelium, minute pores are present. All are collectively called fenestration. These minute pores are called fenestration. Minute pores are called fenestration. Okay, so fenestration is related to dash glomerular blood capillary net. Fenestration is related to ఈ విధంగా ఇస్తాడు బిట్స్. Okay, fenestration is related to dash glomerular blood capillary net or glomerulus, anyone. Next, podocytes related to dash Bowman's capsule. Okay, so Bowman's capsule. Okay, so these podocytes are arranged in intricate manner to leave some spaces. These spaces are called filtration slide. Filtration slide or slide ports. Filtration slide or slide ports. Okay, so present on inner layer of Bowman's capsule. Inner layer of Bowman's capsule. Okay, సో రైట్ ఈ పాయింట్ బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఈ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ మోడ్ ఎక్కువ వేస్తూ ఉంటాడు. సో దిస్ టాపిక్ ఈజ్ కంప్లీట్లీ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ మోడ్, నథింగ్ బట్ నీట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. ఓకే, So fenestration is related to dash glomerular blood capillary net. Okay. Next, filtration slight or slight ports. Okay, related to dash Bowman's capsule. Okay, so Bowman's capsule ఆ విధంగా బిట్స్ ఇస్తా ఉంటాడు కొంచెం జాగ్రత్త. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్ glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. This is glomerulus, this is Bowman's capsule. Both are collectively called Malpighian body. Both are collectively called Malpighian body. Okay, so Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. Okay, Malpighian body is also called renal corpuscles. Renal corpuscles. Okay, so this Malpighian body, nothing but glomerulus and Bowman's capsule, present in the cortex part of kidney. What is cortex part of kidney? The outer part of kidney is called cortex. Okay, the inner part of kidney is called medulla. Okay, next, from the Bowman's capsule, PCT is arising. PCT means proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule. So this is PC. So this is PC. So up to this one, PC. So this is okay. So from this point to this point PC. Okay, proximal convoluted tubule. PCT is internally lined by simple squamous epithelium. This is most important bit, Anna. Okay, so this is extra information. PCT is internally lined by simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium or indirect ఇస్తాడు టైల్ లైక్ ఎపిథీలియం. టైల్ ఓకే, మనం ఫ్లోర్ పైన పరుచుకుంటాం కదా టైల్స్. టైల్ లైక్ ఎపిథీలియం, నథింగ్ బట్ సింపుల్ స్కామస్ ఎపిథీలియం. నథింగ్ బట్ సింపుల్ స్కామస్ ఎపిథీలియం. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, this PCT is present in cortex part of kidney. PCT is present in cortex part of kidney. Okay. Next one, this PCT is open into Henle loop. This PCT is open into Henle loop. So this is Henle loop. From this point to this point. So this is Henle loop. Black tube. Black tube is Henle loop. Okay. So this Henle loop contains two parts. Okay, this is a descending limb. This is ascending limb. Okay, so descending limb, ascending limb. Okay, so from this point to this point. Okay, descending limb. Okay, so descending limb of Henle. Okay, so from this point to this point, ascending limb. Okay, of Henle. Okay, so okay, this is descending limb of Henle. Okay, so this is from this point to this point, ascending limb of Henle. Ascending limb of Henle. Okay, so the shape of Henle loop, U shape or hairpin color shape. U shape or hairpin shaped. U shape or hairpin shaped. Okay, so this total Henle loop present in the medulla of kidney. The total Henle loop present in the medulla of kidney. Medulla of kidney. Okay, right. Next, the proximal part of ascending limb of Henle. Thin. Okay, this is the proximal part. Okay, so this is the proximal. The proximal part of ascending limb of Henle is thin. Okay, so the distal part of ascending limb of Henle is thick. Okay, so is thick. So this is thick. It is thin. The proximal part of ascending limb of Henle. The proximal part of, so this is proximal part. Okay, so this is proximal. The proximal part of ascending limb of Henle is thin, and the distal part of ascending limb of Henle is thick. Is thick. Okay, so the proximal part of ascending limb of Henle is made up of simple squamous epithelium. So it is thin. The proximal part of ascending limb of Henle is thin because of it is made up of సింపుల్ స్కామస్ ఎపిథీలియం. సింపుల్ స్కామస్ ఎపిథీలియం. కాబట్టి ఇది చాలా తిన్నుగా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, రైట్. ది డిజిటల్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ అసెండింగ్ లింబ్ ఆఫ్ ఎన్లీ. Okay, the distal part of ascending limb of Henle is thick because of it is made up of simple cuboidal epithelium. Simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay, right. So this is next one. ah, the ascending limb is open into DCC. Ascending limb is open into DCC. This is DCC. This is DCC. Okay. So DCT means distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule. DCT also present. DCT present in cortex. Okay, so DCT present in cortex. Glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, PCT, DCT present in cortex. Most important. Glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, PCT, DCT present in cortex part of kidney. Loop of Henle. So this loop of Henle. Loop of Henle is present in medulla of kidney. Loop of Henle is present in medulla of kidney. Okay, ఆ లొకేషన్స్ బాగా అడుగుతాడు, కొంచెం జాగ్రత్త. నెక్స్ట్ వన్. DCT. DCT is internally lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. DCT is internally lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. This is most important picture. Okay. DCT is open into several initial collecting ducts. DCT is open into several initial collecting ducts. Okay. Initial collecting ducts. Okay. Several initial collecting ducts. Several initial collecting ducts unite with one another to form straight collecting. Okay, so straight collecting. This is straight collecting. This is straight collecting. Several initial collecting ducts are unite with one another to form straight collecting ducts. Okay, so straight collecting duct. Several straight collecting ducts unite with one another to form duct of Bellini. Several initial collecting ducts unite with one another to form straight collecting. Okay. Several straight collecting ducts. Several straight collecting ducts unite with one another to form duct of Bellini. Duct of Bellini. Okay. So duct of Bellini. Okay. So right. Duct of Bellini opens at the tip of renal papilla. So this is a pyramid. So this is a pyramid. So this is renal papilla. This is renal papilla. Already told last class. Okay. So this is duct of Bellini. Duct of Bellini. Okay. So this is duct of Bellini. Duct of Bellini opens at the tip of renal papilla. So this is tip of renal papilla. Tip of renal papilla. Okay. So, next, the content of duct of Bellini. The content of duct of Bellini. Discharge into the renal pelvis. Discharge into the renal pelvis through calyx. Through calyx. Okay. So through calyx. Okay. So this is through calyx. This is most important bit. Okay. So, next one. The content of duct of Bellini discharge into renal pelvis. Renal pelvis through calyx. Through calyx. This is most important bit, Nana. Okay. Next one. In most of the nephrons, in most of the nephrons, in most of the nephron, Henle loop, Henle loop. This is Henle loop. Too short. In most of the nephrons, Henle loop too short. Henle loop too short. So penetrate into the only little part of medulla. Penetrate into the only little part of medulla. Okay. Such type of nephrons is called cortical nephrons. Such type of nephrons are called cortical nephrons. Okay. So in most of the nephrons, Henle loop is too short. So Henle loop. Henle loop is too short and penetrate into the only little part of medulla. Only little part of medulla. Such type of nephrons are called cortical nephron. Okay? Cortical nephron. Okay? Cortical. Okay? So, in most of the nephrons, this point you have to remember. In most of the nephrons, Henle loop is too short and extends into only little part of medulla. Such type of nephrons is called cortical nephrons. Cortical nephrons. Okay. Next, in some of the nephrons, Henle loop is too longer. Henle loop is too longer. So this is Henle loop. Okay. So this is Henle loop. In some of the nephrons, Henle loop. Henle loop is long, too long, and extends into the deep part of medulla. Okay, so and extends into the deep part of medulla. అంటే మెడుల్లా యొక్క డీప్ పార్ట్ లోకి ఎక్స్టెండ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకు? Henle loop is long. Okay, so Henle loop is too long. Henle loop is too long. Okay, so this is most important. Okay, so in some of the nephrons, Henle loop is too long and extends into the deep part of medulla. Such type of nephrons are called juxtamedullary nephron. Okay, juxtamedullary nephron. Juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay, so this is cortical nephron. This is juxtamedullary nephron. Okay, so మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్తాను జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. In most of the nephrons, Henle loop is too short. Henle loop is too short and extends into the only little part of medulla. Such type of nephrons are called cortical nephrons. Okay. In some of the nephrons, Henle loop is too long. Henle loop is too long and extends into the deep part of medulla and extends into the deep part of medulla. Okay, such type of nephrons are called juxtamedullary nephrons. Juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay, so okay. This is peritubular. Red tube is called peritubular. Okay, so peritubular net. Efferent arterial. Efferent arterial. This is efferent arterial. Efferent arteriole divided into many branches. Divided into many branches. These branches are collectively called peritubular net. Okay, red tubes. Red tubes is called peritubular net. Okay, so efferent arteriole divided into many branches. Efferent arteriole divided into many branches. These branches are collectively called. These branches are collectively called peritubular net. Okay, so peritubular net. Okay. ఈ పార్ట్ ఇదంతా పెరిట్యూబులర్ నెట్ ఈ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఎంత పెరిట్యూబులర్ దిస్ వన్ ఓకే, సో పెరిట్యూబులర్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ పెరిట్యూబులర్ నెట్. ఆల్ రెడ్ ducts is called peritubular net. Okay, so this is indication. A part of peritubular net, a part of peritubular net which surrounds the Henle loop. This is Henle loop. So this is from this point to this point. This is black tube. Black tube is called Henle loop. A part of peritubular net, a part of peritubular net which surrounds the Henle loop is called vasa recta. It's called vasa recta. Vasa recta ఎంతవరకు తీసుకోవాలన్నా ఇంతవరకు రెడ్ ట్యూబ్. ఓకే, సో A part of peritubular net which surrounds the Henle loop. Which surrounds the Henle loop. It is called Vyasa recta. Okay. So, idantha Vyasa. Red tube. ఇక్కడ నుంచి దీనికి కింద. Okay. So, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So, it is Vyasa recta. Okay. So, this is Vyasa recta. Vyasa. This is Vyasa recta. Okay. So, a part of peritubular net which surrounds the Henle loop. Which surrounds the Henle loop. Okay. Called Vyasa recta. Okay. ఇదంతా కూడా ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ వ్యాసరెక్ట ఇంతవరకు మాత్రమే. ఓకే. హెన్లీ లూపును చుట్టి ఉన్నటువంటి పెరిట్యూబులార్ నెట్టును వ్యాసారెక్ట అంటారు. ఓకే. హెన్లీ లూపును చుట్టి ఉన్నటువంటి పెరిట్యూబులార్ నెట్టును వ్యాసారెక్ట. ఏ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ పెరిట్యూబులార్ నెట్ విచ్ సరౌండ్స్ ద హెన్లీ లూప్ కాల్డ్ వ్యాసారెక్ట. ఓకే. దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ హెన్లీ లూప్. దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ హెన్లీ లూప్. హెన్లీ లూపును సరౌండ్ చేసి ఉన్నటువంటి peritubular net Vyasa-recta. A part of peritubular net which surrounds the Henle loop is called Vyasa-recta. Okay. So, Vyasa-recta. Next, in cortical nephrons, Vyasa-recta is absent or highly reduced. Most important bit nana. In cortical nephrons, Vyasa-recta is absent or highly reduced. Okay. So, because of in cortical nephrons, loop of Henle too short. That's the answer. Okay. Come on, రాసుకుంటే మంచిది. Okay. So, in cortical nephrons, Vyasa-recta is absent or highly reduced because of in cortical nephrons, Henle loop too short. Okay. Henle loop too short. So, in cortical nephrons, Vyasa-recta is absent or highly reduced. Okay. Next, in juxtamedullary nephrons, Vyasa-recta is very well developed. Because of in juxtamedullary nephrons, Henle loop too long. Okay. So, Henle loop too long. Okay. So, Vyasa-recta is very well developed in juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay. Right. This is most important need point of view. So, రాసుకోండి చెప్తాను. So, first one, in most of the nephrons, Henle loop is too short. So, extends into the only little part of medulla. Such type of nephrons are called cortical nephrons. In some of the nephrons, Henle loop is too long. So, extends into the deep part of medulla. Such type of nephrons are called juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay. So, next one. Come to the this one. Efferent arteriole divided into many branches. Okay. So, divided into many branches. All branches collectively called peritubular net. Red ducts is called peritubular. Red ducts is called peritubular. Okay. A part of peritubular net that surrounds the Henle loop. Okay. So, it's called Vyasa. Idantha Vyasa. Okay. Red tube. ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇదంతా రెడ్ ట్యూబ్ ఉంది కదా, ఆ రెడ్ ట్యూబ్ ను ఏమంటారు? సో, Vyasa-recta. ఏ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ peritubular net that surrounds the Henle loop is called Vyasa-recta. Okay. So, in cortical nephrons, Vyasa-recta is absent or highly reduced because of in cortical nephrons Henle loop is too short. That's the answer. Neat point of view. Next, in juxtamedullary nephrons, vasa recta is very well developed. In juxtamedullary nephrons, vasa recta is highly developed because of in juxtamedullary nephrons, Henle loop is too longer. Henle loop is too longer. Okay, right. That is most important need point of view bits. This is over the structure of nephrons with detailed account. Okay. So, next last bit. So this straight collecting duct present in both cortex and medulla. Important. Okay. So this straight collecting duct present in both cortex and medulla. Cortex and medulla. Okay. ఎందుకంటే డీప్ గా లోపలికి వెళ్తాంది కదా కాబట్టి మెడుల్లా కార్టెక్స్ అండ్ మెడుల్లా. ఓకే. సో గ్లోమరులస్, Woman's glomerulus, woman's capsule, PCT, DCT present in cortex. Henle loop present in medulla. Next, collecting duct, straight collecting duct present in both cortex and medulla. Both cortex and medulla. ఈ లొకేషన్స్ బాగా చూసుకోండి. సో బాగా వాడు ఇస్తానే ఉంటాడు. ఓకే. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, దిస్ ఇస్ descending limb of Henle. Descending limb of Henle lined by simple squamous epithelium. Descending limb of Henle. ఇవి బాగా ఇస్తా ఉంటాడు, కొంచెం జాగ్రత్త. ఓకే. Woman's capsule is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. PCT is lined by PCT and DCT. Both are lined by PCT and DCT. Both are lined by simple squamous epithelium. Okay. So this is lined by simple squamous epithelium. Okay. PCT is lined by simple squamous epithelium. Woman's capsule is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay. So simple cuboidal epithelium. Next, descending limb of Henle. Descending limb of Henle lined by simple squamous epithelium. Lined by simple squamous epithelium. Next, proximal part of ascending limb of Henle. Resan kada appudu. Okay. So ascending limb of Henle. Okay. This is proximal. The proximal part of ascending limb of Henle is thin and చెప్పా because of it is made up of simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. అట్లే దానికి the proximal part of ascending limb of Henle internally lined by simple squamous epithelium. The distal part of ascending limb of Henle is thick because of it is made up of simple cuboidal epithelium అని చెప్పా. Simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay. So the ascending, so distal part of distal, this is distal part of ascending limb of Henle is internally lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. The proximal part of ascending limb of Henle is internally lined by simple squamous epithelium. The distal part of ascending limb of Henle is internally lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay. ఆ విధంగా ఇస్తారు. Okay. So this is over the structure of nephron. It's detailed. కొంచెం బాగా చూసుకోండి అమ్మా. Cortical nephron. What is cortical nephrons? What is juxtamedullary nephrons? Okay. Right. So next, I will see a small topic. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ యాక్చువల్గా మనము ఏదాంతకి పోవాలి అంటే ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూరిన్ లోకి వెళ్ళాలి. ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూరిన్. ఓకే. సో ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూరిన్ టాపిక్ పెద్దది, ఈ షార్ట్ పీరియడ్ లో అయిపోదు ఈరోజు. ఓకే. సో ఈరోజు జస్ట్ ఒక 10 minutes ఉంది కాబట్టి సింపుల్ టాపిక్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని చెప్తాను. ఓకే. సో రోల్ ఆఫ్ అదర్ ఎక్స్క్రేటరీ ఆర్గాన్. ఓకే. సో రోల్ ఆఫ్ అదర్ ఆర్గాన్స్ ఇన్ ఎక్స్క్రీషన్. సింపుల్ టాపిక్. ఓకే. సో ఈ 10 minutes లో అది అయిపోతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ tomorrow I will start formation of urine essay. Actually, structure of nephron కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూరిన్ చెప్పాలి. ఈ ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూరిన్ కి మినిమం అంటే గిన ఓకే. సో మోర్ దెన్ 1 అవర్ టైమ్ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా షార్ట్ పీరియడ్ జస్ట్ 10 మినిట్స్ ఉంది కాబట్టి చిన్న టాపిక్ అనేది చూస్తాం. రోల్ ఆఫ్ అదర్ ఆర్గాన్స్ ఇన్ ఎక్స్క్రీషన్ చిన్న టాపిక్ చూస్తాం. రోల్ ఆఫ్ అదర్ ఆర్గాన్స్ ఇన్ ఎక్స్క్రీషన్. రోల్ ఆఫ్ అదర్ ఆర్గాన్స్ ఇన్ ఎక్స్క్రీషన్. First one, lungs. Okay. Second one, liver. Third one, skin gland. Skin glands two types. Sweat glands and sebaceous glands. Sweat glands and sebaceous glands and sebaceous glands. First one come to the liver. Okay. First one come to the liver. Lungs. Lungs are also called pulmonary organs. Lungs are also called pulmonary organs. Lungs eliminates approximately 18 liters of carbon dioxide per day. Okay. So lungs eliminates approximately 18 liters of carbon dioxide per day. Okay. So and also eliminates some water. Okay. So this water loss occur in the form of water vapor. Okay. So in the form of water vapor. So, okay. So lungs eliminates approximately 18 liters of carbon dioxide per day and also expel outside water. So this expelled water present in the form of water vapor. Present in the form of water vapor. Okay. Next, the loss of water. The loss of water gradually increase during dry climatic conditions. The loss of water gradually increase during dry climatic conditions. Dry climatic condition is nothing but summer. Okay. So nothing but summer. Okay. The loss of water is gradually increased during dry climatic conditions. Nothing but summer. Okay. So next one. So this is the lung. This is the lung. Next one, number two. Okay. So number one, lungs. Number two, liver. Number two. Okay. So liver is considered largest digestive gland. What is the location of liver? Just below the diaphragm in the right side of abdominal cavity. Just below the diaphragm in the right side of abdominal cavity. Okay. So, during fetal stage, liver produces RBC. So liver is also called erythropoietic organ. Erythropoietic organ during fetal stage. Okay. The lifespan of RBC 120 days. The lifespan of RBC 120 days. Right, Banan. After lifespan, all RBCs are destroyed in the Kupffer cells of liver. Okay. So in the Kupffer cells of Kupffer cells of the Kupffer cells of liver. Okay. After 120 days, all RBCs is destroyed in the Kupffer cells of liver. Kupffer cells of liver. In the destroying process of RBC, inside the RBC hemoglobin is present. HP means hemoglobin is present. Right, Banem. Hemoglobin is present. This hemoglobin is converted into bile pigment. Bile pigment. This is most important. Okay. So during fetal stage, liver produces RBC. So liver is considered erythropoietic organ. The lifespan of RBC 120 days. After lifespan of RBC, all RBCs are destroyed in the super cells of liver. In the destroying process of RBC, inside the RBC hemoglobin is present. In the destroying process of RBC, hemoglobin is becomes into bile pigment. Okay, so bile pigment. These bile pigments expelled outside through excretory product. Expelled outside through excretory product. So these bile pigments two types already చెప్పాను నేను. Okay, so digestion and absorption లో చెప్పాను. Bile pigments two types. Bilirubin, biliverdin. Bilirubin is yellow colored bile pigment. Biliverdin is greenish colored bile pigment. Greenish colored bile pigment. Okay, so these two bile pigments expelled outside through excretory product. Okay, so bilirubin yellow, biliverdin green, biliverdin green. Okay, so these bile pigments which gives coloration to our excretory product. Coloration to our excretory product. Okay, right. This point remember, don't forget. This is most important bit. When bile pigments are enters into blood circulation, okay, so that person is considered jaundice person. That person is considered jaundice person. Okay, so what is the main symptom in jaundice? White parts, nothing but eyes. Okay, so nails,